Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a video on how I pluck my wig unit. This is a custom made wig that I've made for a client. My frontals do come pre-plucked, but I am going to pluck it a little more and then show you guys how I uh, do the frontal instead of bleaching the knots. I do bleach the knots for clients that request it, but for the most part, I don't bleach the knots. And so if you want to have your knots bleached, if you want to do your own bleaching, you are more than welcome to do that. And also, if you want to do more plucking, you can do that as well. So I'm just going to take my tweezers that I have by Revlon and get started. And so what I like to do is kind of go through and take out like the little black dots, and so the hairline is not as defined, just kind of randomly. And I don't do it too much because, like I said, if the client doesn't request anything, but I do like to kind of send it out in case they want their work minimized. And I feel like some of these hairs are just kind of out there, just little single looking like black dots that's kind of out there by themselves. But as you can see, the hairline is pretty good already. And then what I do is take a thin line. And like I said, I don't do a whole lot. And those I'll leave out. It's like that's the baby hair. That's in case a customer wants to do baby hairs. And then I'll take another line, a little thin layer, and go behind that and do just a little bit more tweezing, just a little bit. And I do it randomly. Like I said, this is already pre-plucked, so I don't have to do a whole lot. And then I'll go like back a little bit further. And just go through the front a little bit. You don't want to do it too much, like I said, because some of the, after wearing the lace so much, you'll have to go back and, if you wore lace frontals. And I also, if you have your own type of hair that you like to use, I will make wig units for anyone. Like I said, just get a hold of me on my Black Beauty Star on Facebook. It's a like page, and you can message me through there. And or on my Instagram, which is Black Beauty Star as well, or Snapchat. And so that's how I do that. And then I like to kind of over here, I like to kind of thin that out a little bit because usually a lot of people have, thinner hairline right there, kind of at the temple area. And I have started some of my customers that have most of them live locally, but what they have the hair lasts such a long time. And one of my customers, she had her wig for about 8 months and she needed a new frontal, but she didn't want to buy the whole wig unit. So what I did for her is just use the hair that she had on the wig, and I replaced the frontal. So that is a service that I will do for clients. I do ask that you wash the hair before sending it to me and things like that. So if that's something you want done, just message me, and I just kind of go randomly. Yeah, just random spots. That's all you got to do. And then I'll go through the front and do some random spots. Not a whole lot. And then take another line. And you can also, don't over pluck it, but you can also, once you've done, you can either pluck it. You can also pluck it while it's on your head. It's kind of see if you like it, if it needs more or less taken out. I mean, you can't take out less, but if it needs more plucking. And see, my thing is, I like for it to, when it's going back like that, I like for it to look flat. So that's all I'm looking for. And so it pretty much looks flat. And I'm just going to start with the top part. Now, I do want to mention, if I do replace a frontal for you, I prefer not to do someone else's wig that someone else has done. Unless we do like a video chat and I see the wig, because everybody doesn't do the same sewing pattern that I do. I'm just kind of moving. You want to keep that flat and go throughout. I used to wet but I don't wet it anymore. My frontals for plucking, I don't wet it anymore. All right. And then I'm going to wet the hair, the entire hair, once it's all done. I'm going to do this side. And you'll see once that's on the skin and the way I don't bleach my knots, and you'll see how natural it looks. And this client did want me to cut baby hairs into hers. Normally that's not something I do, but she required it. So I am going to cut some baby hairs, and I'm going to do that for you guys in this video. It seems like this temple area seems to be a little thinner than the other side, so and I love my frontals because they don't require a whole lot of plucking. They really don't. I've had some frontals where I had to pluck my life away. And these are not like that. Like I said, it just takes a little bit. This side over here is a lot thinner. Almost like I plucked it already. See how that is? You don't have to pluck too much. And then I'm going to take my spray bottle and wet it down and then comb through it. And this is a deep wave unit. My spray bottle. Now I'm just trying to get the hairs, but look at that. Just imagine when it melts, and these are transparent laces, so that's gonna look really good. Spray some more. The rest of the hair out. And this is the deep wave unit. That part's combed out. And they have 3 bundles. And they're gets really big, of course. Oh, put my little pins in so it don't fall off. I love making wigs. It's really relaxing and calming. And it kind of reminds me of like when my grandma used to crochet and she would just kind of sit on the couch and crochet. And so sometimes I hand make my wigs and sit on the couch and watch a TV. I don't do a whole lot of watching TV. I watch a lot of YouTube, but it's just relaxing. So I also use a machine, but sometimes you just want to, hand make it. So I really enjoy this. Whoa. Okay. All right. And this is what it's looking like so far. Try to angle it down so you guys can see. At least I thought it was. Guess I don't know what I'm doing. And sometimes I comb the hair out as I'm plucking it so it doesn't get as tangled. But today I didn't, and now it's tangled. But it's not too bad. So that is the final result of the hairline. This is a 22-inch wig unit, and I'll show you guys how long it is. Just kind of trying to get the little hairs out of it. And that's the unit, 22 inches. And that's the deep wave. So yeah. And if you purchase my deep wave, I do have a free product to maintain the curls, to kind of give it a wet look or a soft look. And that will come with your purchase. I'm offering that